everyone, welcome back to the channel, and it's a Monday. Oh, what is going on today except for Monday Night Raw? Well, Input is going live to talk about the Hasbro Transformers Round Table that happened last week. Again, today's video is brought to you by tformers.com, and if you haven't checked them out already, I don't know what the holdup is. They got bacon. Everybody loves bacon, and if you guys haven't checked out robotrecruits.co.uk, link is in the description down below, and just go over there and check them out, man. See what they got for giant robots for your collections, man. Just check them out. And yeah, that took 55 seconds. All right. Yeah, I'm getting better at it. I hope everyone's having a great day, great Monday. And yes, if you guys are wondering, I will be live on Wednesday to do news as well. But I said during last Friday's Tales from Teletran episode that I was going to go live today and talk about the Hasbro Transformers Roundtable that they had last week. And don't forget, Tales from Teletran presents this Friday. We are doing a Generation 2 ranking. That's right. We're ranking all the Generation 2 Transformer figures that came out. And that's what we're doing. It's me, TFA 1024, Ninja Bill, H&E Games, Danny Dolphin, and Prime versus, oh man, not JJ Prime. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Check out the Notify Me. Hit the notification thingy on there if you guys want to watch that. It is this Friday at 7 p.m. Like I said, Tales from Teletran presents. MC DJ, man, let's hit into chat and see who's here. Say thank you and all that awesome good stuff. MC DJ, what's up, man? Roll for it. Survive Fan Studio, what's up, man? He says, thank God you're going live today. Has been a bad day for me. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Had a family member transported to another ER and is in the ICU. Oh, geez. Just happened around 9 to 10 last night. Had to call an ambulance to get him. Man. All right. Well, I hope he's all right, man. I hope everything works out for you. And I hope everything works out for him. And yeah, I'm glad I can take your mind off of it for a little bit. Let's see. MC DJ says, Jetfire is back. TF Source and BBTS. If you missed out on $79.99, I believe. I wish I would have waited because I paid way more back in May on eBay, thinking that I had missed the boat on him. Yeah, guys, he's back up there. He is out there. If you guys didn't miss him, check out BBTS. I think he's like 100 or something. BBTS, like after shipping and tax and all that stuff. I think he's in that range. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about that except for welcome in, Rachel. Hope everything is doing all right for you. Kato, it's Kato, and Generation 2 is rank. All right, yep, we're doing it, man. Ultra Marcus, what's up there, buddy? Hope you're doing all right. Let's see. Rachel says, I really wish they would do a line of mass Transformers that are in scale with the original line. You are speaking my language. That would be super, super cool. Kato says, I'm just here for the clickbait. Wow, that's the only reason? Kato, you don't love me, man. Why don't you love me? Oh, you're breaking my heart, Kato. Let's see. Survive Fan says, I changed the plot and title from Two Worlds, One Family to the Great Discovery. Plot was too dark. All right, definitely see that. Let's see. MC DJ says, hope you'll rate the European TF soon as well. I think H&E Games just wants to do the American side of Transformers, and that's it. I do know after Generation 2, we are doing the what is it? Beast Wars. We're doing Beast Wars, the first year of Beast Wars. After that, which I guess we're skipping Machine Wars. I don't know what's going on with the ranking. Maybe we'll do Machine Wars after Beast Wars because Machine Wars kind of was out at the same time, but there were two different lines. Maybe he wants to get through Beast Wars all together first before we do Machine Wars. I don't know. I do want to do Machine Wars because everything deserves an S ranking in that. Survive Fan says, Override from Cybertron from Legacy, I got at Walmart yesterday, will be in the Great Discovery. Awesome. Okay, cool. Let's see. Beast machines would be neat. Kato says everyone is skipping Machine Wars. Hey man, I don't know. TFCC didn't skip them. They made a box set and it was not well received. So let's see. Rachel says, to me, Transformers is kind of a family story at times. Probably just me. No, I can definitely understand that. Especially when you start to dig into, Transformers Prime was more on the dark side, but there was a family involved there. So I can understand where you're coming from with it. Let's see. Let's talk about this round table. We hit the 5-minute mark. We're going into the 6-minute mark. I babbled on for 5 minutes, 6 minutes now. So let's talk about this Hasbro Round Table. The Hasbro team is Ben, Delaney, Evan, and Mark. So somebody asked, new Velocitron Crasher and Shadow Strip reveals. Walmart, and I guess the Hasbro team is, I guess, not the non-bolded lettering, the non-embolded lettering. So the Hasbro team replied with, Walmart will release them in the near future, but Hasbro doesn't have an exact date when they will be released. Of course they don't. They want to finish off the G2 Stunticon set with the Velocitron figures. Shadow Strip has a new name for a new character, which I thought that was the case. Like I said, I called that a couple weeks ago on the news. Crasher is a GoBot homage that Mark and the team are fans of. They like to add them when they can. Okay, that says it right there. Mark and the team are not real Transformers fans because they are GoBot fans. GoBot fans have infiltrated the Transformers fandom. Get them out. No. But in all seriousness, like I said, it's a placeholder for a new character. I called that, and Walmart will be releasing them in the near future. The thing here, what bothers me is Hasbro doesn't have an exact date when they will be released. They never have an exact date, it seems like, because if you guys pre-order anything, it's pre-ordered for March, and it comes out in November. I guess, okay, whatever. I wish that was something they could handle and get a hold of. So, but alas, they haven't. Let's see. Question is, what is the target audience for Transformers? When is the design fan driven? And when is reflected in sales? That is a odd question. Or worded odd, let me put it that way. Hasbro is designing for 8+ kids who are coming off of simple rescue bots to more complicated toys with a STEM element. They want to bring fan favorites back to life. The team knows a lot of these faves, and they are trying to bring those. The younger fans buy most of the toys, but they try to please the older fan base with Generation Selects and such capsule projects. Okay, so I'm going to stop that answer right here because they say they're trying to please the older fan base with Generation Selects, but the Generation Selects lines is mostly just repaints anyway of what you find on the shelves anyway. So, okay, it just seems really odd to me that they would say that. They try to cover the fans and appeal to kids as well. Kids are attracted to a cool vehicle and a character, so they have a huge history to choose from the last 20 to 40 years. It's challenging to design for young and for old. Okay, so kids are attracted to a cool vehicle and character. Okay, but there's no characterization on these characters, right? So that's also a problem too. There's no bio on the back of these anymore. So how can they, I guess, like gravitate to a character? This is kind of making the assumption that everybody, like, I'll take Siege for an example. Everyone has seen Siege and knows Megatron from Siege, and these kids are going to buy Megatron because they think the tank looks cool and they like his characterization in Siege. But without the bio on the back, it doesn't really give kids anything like character-wise to latch onto if they haven't seen Siege. That was something that they did back in the day. They did the cartoon and the bios, and then they also advertised the cartoon and stuff as well. So I think that is something that they should definitely go back to, having the bios on the package. That's the most important thing. Yes, I know you guys can click a barcode or whatever and scan it, do all this stuff. That's lazy. That's stupid. Just put it on the box. And I mean a real bio, not some stupid thing that's like 1 sentence long. And like Alita 1, like new Alita 1 says, she's the leader of the female Autobots. Cool. What else does she do? You know what I mean? So, next question was, can we look to more original characters like Scraphook in Generations? It's a good question. They answered, Hasbro replied with, Scraphook hit the nail on the head with using all the things you like about Transformers. So they had a whole planet of Junkions they could make new ones from. Since fans know them already, they are always trying to do new things for the brand and bring the entire breadth of Transformers. They are consistently looking for new opportunities. Stay tuned for more goodies. They do have to consider the franchise team and how new things factor into that. Okay. I really don't have any issues with what they said here. I do like that, they like Scraphook is a great idea for Generations, because fans have been wanting newer characters. Fans are getting tired of seeing the same characters be redone, recolored, repainted. We've got, I lost count, I think like 6 Megatrons in 3 years. So, it's one of those things where the older characters starting to wear out the welcome, and something like Scraphook can breathe new excitement into the brand, especially with older collectors in that regard. So, and this brings up, and Scraphook is a good example of what I was talking about up here with the bios on the card. He's a new character. He deserves a bio on the card so kids can gravitate towards him. So, but yeah, don't really have anything wrong with that. Has the plastic being used for Legacy changed since War for Cybertron? And they replied, the Hasbro replied with, they have not changed the plastics in War for Cybertron or Legacy, or for many years, at least not the material types. Okay, so let's break this down real quick. This is a corporate answer where you got to kind of look between the lines here, right? They have not changed the plastics in War for Cybertron or Legacy, or for many years, at least not the material types. So the material types, so like ABS, they've been using, PA, they've been using, we know that, but there's obviously something wrong with the plastics they have been using from the manufacturer that they've been getting the plastics from, right? So it's funny to me that they take that route instead of just kind of answering the question outright. They kind of take the response to kind of beat around the bush, so to speak. But yeah, let's see. Next question was, what took Hasbro so long to do Tarn and Transformer in the main line? Hasbro replied with, Tarn is an amazing character from the IDW storyline. The team are fans. They felt they had to do the figure because other licenses were doing them. Mark wanted to have some synergy with the comics, so they felt like Tarn was the right time to do it. They are challenged to do other DJD characters. They are starting now. With more to come, they will see. Lots of participation from Takara and IDW on the design of the toy. They were able to get IDW to use the same rendering. Legacy was a good outlet to choose from a different series as well. The alt modes are tricky to do, so they had a lot of thinking to do. So here's the thing with the DJD. One turns into an electric chair. So I can definitely understand where they're kind of coming from here. Tarn is very basic Transformers. He's a giant robot that turns into a tank. Make it happen, right? Somebody, there's a garbage disposal. He's got a giant, like, thousands of teeth in his stomach, right? And he, so I can definitely see where they're saying what they're saying here is that the alt modes are designed difficult to design and translate into robot mode, especially with what they're given, right? In terms of money on how to do this. We've already seen these done with third-party companies. They've knocked them out of the park. Iron Factory did a fantastic job. Some liberties were taken because the Iron Factory one does combine. But like I said, with Hasbro's money constraints, with the Transformers team's money constraints, with the money constraints, budget is what I mean. With their budget, I can see how that would definitely be tricky. I would love to see more DJD characters thrown in the mix here, especially with Generations. I mean, the line they were able to get IDW to use the same rendering. Legacy was a good outlet to choose from a different series as well. Generations has been that since Generations has been a thing. It's called Transformers Generations. That entire line is supposed to be just that. So this part right here is kind of feels like a throwaway line, or maybe a line for like newer fans who might not understand Generations and what it's supposed to be or anything like that. And to be fair, the Generations tagline has been kind of lost in all of everything, with where it says Legacy and War for Cybertron and all that stuff, but all that is still part of the Legacy line. Let's see. Somebody asked, how about Minerva, or Autobot Minerva is out in Canada? Can Hasbro acknowledge it? Hasbro replies with, Hasbro acknowledges the figure, but it is the same as Walmart, where they have not been given a date of when it would be on the shelf. They plan to list it on Hasbro Pulse as soon as they have details. They want this to be out in the time with Star Saber and Galaxy Shuttle. Likewise, they apologize for it not having a headmaster. At least they're aware that the fans are upset that she's not a headmaster here. I really don't see why it's not a headmaster. I don't understand why they couldn't put it in there. We've seen the guys from Transformers the show convert theirs into a headmaster. So I'm not too sure why that's there, or why that reasoning. But hey, at least they're aware of it. I can give them that for that. And at least they're apologizing for it. But on the plus side, we got a Minerva at retail. So let's see, and we'll leave this off right here. I'm gonna get caught up on chat with you guys, see what you guys are talking about. Scrolling up. All right, let's see. Survive Fan says Cybertron's editor note said lockdown isn't on the poster / artwork. It is another Junkion. Correct. Let's see. MC DJ says I scooped Machine Wars back in the day at KV Toys. Some were recolored European Transformers exclusives. That is true. Dude, I scooped up a bunch of them when they were on clearance, man. They were like $250 a figure back then. It was nuts. So I had to. Let's see. Gotbot's in the chat. He says the round table was insightful. Yeah, it's very insightful. Especially this is the second one they've done this year, I believe. And the first one was really insightful. This one has been very, very insightful and interesting. But welcome in, Gotbot. Let's see. MCGJ says Machine Wars Optimus Prime was a retool of Thunderclass. That is correct. Survive Fan says Starscream was repainted into King Atlas in the Uverse 1.0 line. Correct again. And MCJJ says, I want a Commander class Skyquake. Yes, sign me up, dude. That would be awesome. Let's see. Just scrolling through. Rachel says, had to pay scalper prices of $75 for Thundercracker and Skywarp. Adding in shipping, I paid $100. So you talking about the Earthrise one? Ah, dude, that sucks. Let's see as well. Godbot says, note they said material plastic. Nothing said about their supplier changes. Also, Chopping Mall was amazing. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. Is like they said that they're using cheaper materials. They said this way back when, especially with the Marvel Legends line. They said they're using cheaper materials there, and they had switched companies, right? So plastic suppliers. So yeah, definitely right. There is it's corporate speak right there. And Chopping Mall was amazing. I definitely agree 100%. Have you seen Chopping Mall before I suggested it got bought? Just out of curiosity. Let's see. Rachel says, I know, but my theory is that they're trying to make kind of the Viacon equivalent with the Lambo mold. I can definitely see that. Survive Fez says dog barking in the background. Yeah, she's very boisterous. See, Rachel says, unpopular opinion. We need to go back to having a teen find the Transformers instead of teaming up with the military. Yeah, I don't really see why not. I think the military should just kind of be there as maybe like backup or an enemy or something like that of the Transformers. It'd be really cool. Gotbot says, I got her. She was part of the unboxing Thursday, last Thursday. Talking about Minerva. And all right, let's keep going. So the next question was, what were the challenges of making the core class Dinobots combiner? I don't really understand. I mean, it's kind of a weak sauce question. Not gonna lie there. Hasbro replies with, there are a lot of challenges. Sludge has big legs to be the waist of the combiner. They were not sure if they could do it, but they felt they have done others at that scale, so they made it happen. They added a 6th Dinobot to round it out, but they have hinted at TBA. Hasbro wanted to have all the Dinobots on the shelf in the same year, so core class was a way to do that. Deluxe would have taken much longer, and we get a 6th Dinobot. We've gotten a 6th Dinobot already. It's Slash, Power of the Primes. Like, guys, there was an entire line before Power of the Primes, or before, like, War for Cybertron and Legacy. It's called Power of the Primes. We got Slash. There was a 6th Dinobot. And like I said, this just lends credence to them being, like, Monstructor later on, or Dino King. Like I said before, I had covered the news of this a month ago. I mean, you got to have 6 Dinobots to do Dino King and Monstructor. So I think that's definitely what they're going with. Let's see. The Dinobots on the shelf in the same year. I don't understand how that would be challenging if they were not core class. I don't see how that would be a problem whatsoever, but okay, I guess, whatever. Sludge has big legs to be the waist of the combiner, much like how Devastator was done. Combiner Wars Devastator was done. Much to that. But yeah, there were lots of challenges. I think they're kind of overplaying overplaying their hand right there, to be honest. Let's see. Next question was the Cybertron key with override an accident or on purpose? Hasbro replies with, because this was an exclusive, they could use more molds for the figure. They can make this figure for older fans, so memorial things like that can be added. The Hotshot figure has a Minicon option that we'll have to see how they work out with Minicons. They did this already before. This is what I don't get. Like the Minicons from Universe or from Classics and stuff, it's already been a thing. That Hotshot figure came with Jolt. Again, I don't understand why he doesn't come with Jolt, and I don't understand the exclusivity. I mean, just a little while ago, they said that that this was made for kids, but now they're throwing it out there saying that they could make this figure for older fans because it's an exclusive at Walmart where the kids are going to be looking at it. Okay, so why not just add Jolt with Hotshot if he's not the exclusive? It's just, I don't understand I just don't understand that decision, because since you're using like the Generations line, and obviously it's Armada, the people who grew up with Armada are late 20s at this point, maybe early 30s, right? So that character is for them. So put Jolt in there as well. I don't understand it. But hey, next question was, can fans expect more female characters in Legacy Evolution? And Hasbro replies, of course. There are so many female bots in Transformers, they would never say no. They know the female fan base is large, and they are going in. We are going to see some goodies. Okay. I mean, straight question, straight answer. All right, sounds good to me. Let's see. Are pretender shells on the table to be made? That's a fair question, considering Hasbro did that poll during their live stream. And Hasbro replies, when everything is possible and on the table. Okay, generic corporate Hasbro type of answer there, especially from the Transformers team. The shell is hard to do because the shell takes up so much space in the mold tray, so it's something they can look into. The bomb burst fitting into the G1 shell was not intentional. They would like to see all the pretenders done. Okay, so they have a couple of choices here. They can just do a, just do it like a blow mold type of thing, like just do like a 2-piece shell, no articulation, and throw it in there, or do a 3-piece shell, where the arms kind of articulate and everything else. I will say this, every time it says, when they come down and they say, like, it was challenging to XYZ, I think it just really boils down to money restraints. It boils down to budget, and that's it. That is 100% it. And I think that's very sad, because I don't work in the toy industry, and I just fixed their problem for that. You know what I'm saying? So with the pretender shells. So, but also you got to look at it, Commander class price point, possibly Titan class price point for those pretenders. Are you willing to spend $100 to $150, $200 for some pretenders? I'm not. I wouldn't be whatsoever at all. And if they did this, if they did do the pretender shells and it ended up costing them and kind of making Transformers not valuable as a brand, I wouldn't want to see that. So I kind of like the direction, because of that, I kind of like the direction that they've gone with the pretenders of kind of mating up the inner robot with the outer shell kind of look. So I don't really have an issue with what they're doing. Let's see. Question: could we see a Slipstream character in Legacy Evolution? Okay. Anything is possible. They love that girls like the female characters. What do these character counterparts look like is something they try to look at. Okay. Again, straightforward question. Straightforward answer. Yeah, again, they throw in that anything is possible. Like I said, that's generic Hasbro Transformer team speak. That's, if you ask them a question, they always reply with something along those lines. Let's see. Next question was, when you add GoBots to Transformers, how do you choose the characters you want to do? And they reply with, when they talk about exclusive molds, things that they could work into different slots, they try to work the ones they like and what fans want. And if they have the molds for the character, what will work? Genuinely, they try to agree on what they pick best based on the mold, alt mode, sales potential, and such. Sometimes there are issues with GoBots being used by Bandai in Japan and so forth. Whenever they can do them, they do them. The only GoBot that I can think of that they have done is Crasher. And they did her in 2008, Hunt for the Decepticons, right? And she was just a recolor of Mirage. They've done her again as a recolor of Mirage. So it kind of seems like Crasher is like the only one. Well, and I take that back. They did have that Amazon 2-pack that did come out with the black truck, the black pickup truck. And so I guess that's it, though. But most of the time, it's like they just go for Crasher because it's an easy repaint. But let's see. Next question was, are there new molds and alternative alternates waiting to be made? Jeez, it took me a second. I had to read it. Answer is no. They always have alternate heads going back many years. Some of those things are used later, such as the Galaxy Shuttle. A lot of time, the staff just doesn't know there are alternates. Most of the time, they do make one just in case of reusing the mold again later. They try to factor in as much as they can into design, knowing they may have an opportunity to use it again. Sometimes they have to dig around for these things, They don't really know about the alt. They didn't really know about the alt head for Galaxy Shuttle until they looked for it. Okay, so my issue with the question, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, is like this is something that the fans have known for a long time. So I'm not sure why this was asked. Maybe this is like a newer fan or something. I don't know. I don't know who asked these questions. But maybe that's what it is. And then, like I said, Hasbro replies with what they replied with. And the downside to this is that, you know, Hasbro changes teams a lot, right? New designers, you know, teams get shuffled around and stuff like that. And a lot of this stuff ends up shuffling around, you know, with the teams. You know, stuff gets put in a box from an office. They change offices. They move to a new city, or whatever the case is. So a lot of this stuff does get shuffled around. So yeah, I can definitely see the current Transformers Hasbro team not knowing about alternate heads, alternate weapons, alternate whatever, you know. I can definitely understand that. Let's see. Next question was, could Transformers go completely closed boxed packaging? Hasbro replied with, the Transformers brand skews younger, so they want to keep the windows for kids who are attracted to an actual view of the figure itself. Okay, I'm going to break that down. Keep the window for kids who are attracted. Dude, the collectors don't like the closed boxed. Like, nobody likes the closed box thing. Just putting that out there. It's not just the kids. So the team wants to keep the window packaging for younger fans. They have done studies to see which gets the best response on the shelf. Kids want fast feedback, and the box window is a differentiator. This skewed towards small toys that kids buy most. Packages are printed before the toys are done, so they have to expect it will match up. They are looking at eco options, but the cost is much higher for non-plastic options. Okay, so adults don't like the windowless packaging either, and the fact that they said the packages are printed before the toys are done, or where was it? This skews towards small toys that kids buy the most, because kids want instant feedback. Okay, well, the problem with this is the adults want to know what they're buying before they buy it. With Hasbro's modern day QC issues, a lot of collectors and a lot of fans, this isn't just Transformers. This is across the board. Star Wars, Marvel Legends, Power Rangers, right? Everybody wants to know what they're buying, if it's going to match up with what they're buying. This isn't just a kids thing, Hasbro. This is your entire buying market. This is all your customers. They also say they are looking at eco options, but the cost is much higher for non-plastic options. Okay, looking at eco options, like what? Taking out the plastic. Okay, you know, you're a toy company, man. Just stop producing so much just stuff. I've said it before. If you want the more eco-friendly things, you know, kill the I don't know, kill the Power Rangers Zord line, kill the one-step changers, kill the, you know, I don't know, the Commander class line, the Titan class line. Like, come on, man, really? But the cost is much higher for non-plastic options. Then how about this? Put the plastic back in. And since you're really not saving the planet anyway, put the plastic back in and drop the cost of the figures back down. And maybe you would be still sitting at the $12 billion mark and not the $9 billion. So next question was, after Leo Prime, are Hasbro going to do more Beast Wars Japanese characters, and will they be Japan lineage? Hasbro replies with, the Beast, they want to do a lot more of those, but things like a lion is a good form factor that they can bring into the series. They want to seed the characters first. If Leo Prime is popular, they are incentivized to do more. He is called Leo Prime because Convoy is trademarked in Japan. So they cannot use Convoy in America. Okay. Leo Prime or Lio Convoy has been called Leo Prime here for years. I mean, a long, long time. Okay. There was a little tiny Legion class figure that came out of around 2010 or something like that, 2012, I want to say, and he was called Leo Prime then. He's been Leo Prime here in America. The Convoy thing, I don't understand. It's trademarked in Japan. Okay, and I know they use the same box in Japan now, so maybe I'm misunderstanding what this is saying, but couldn't Japan or Takara just put a sticker over where, like instead of calling them Leo Prime, just put a sticker, say Lio Convoy over that or something? I don't know. Like I said, maybe I'm misunderstanding what Hasbro is saying here. And they said, next question was, the Junkions on the poster show a lockdown-like robot. Is that lockdown? They are exploring, Hasbro replies, they are exploring the animated universe, and they would like to share more information on the Junkions. So they will have more to show in the future. Doesn't really answer the question. So, okay. Next question was, will all the Dinobots be done in studio series? And Hasbro replies, they want to do them all, and there is no reason they cannot. They could do some characters that were active in the premium edition, but that is no longer the case. Okay, so confirmation that they do plan on doing the entire Dinobots right there. Now, I do have a question, is that since they are doing another 6 Dinobot, don't know if it's Slash or it's going to be renamed. I'm assuming it's going to be Slash. Could we possibly see a leader class Slash? Or not even really say a leader class. Yeah, I guess you can make her a leader class because you just make her a smaller leader, something like, say, Astro Train or Blitzwing or something like that, right? Because she would be smaller than the other Dinobots. And now we got all the images and stuff to go with all the advertisement and everything else. But yeah, that was the Hasbro Roundtable. Let me get caught up on chat real quick and see what you guys are saying real quick. Scrolling through. Okay, looks like I'm pretty much caught up. Let's see. MC DJ says, after the panel Q&A, I felt like Beast Wars Megatron quote works best here. Yes. New product, same packaging. Loser. Just felt like they were answering questions by sidestepping them. I totally agree. Totally agree with you there, MC DJ. See, Rachel says that I just realized that G1 didn't follow the Robots in Disguise thing because the Transformers were public knowledge. All right. She also says, I found a plot hole in G1. Why does no one get suspicious that they're boosters sticking out of a mountain? We went over on Tales from Teletran. We've reviewed every G1 episode, and a lot of the plot holes boil down to most of the Autobots are one-off race cars. And you just randomly see Lancia Stratos, race car driving down New York City's streets like it's nothing. It's just like, okay. Or, Jazz, 935 race car driving down that's weird. Gotbot says, yeah, here we go. Crasher, Bugbite, Treads, Pathfinder, and Road Ranger, all pretty iffy though. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Bugbite. I did forget about Bugbite. Crasher, Treads. I don't know Treads. I don't know GoBots, man, to be honest with you. Let's see. Rachel says, this thing seems like a lie. Yeah. Like I said, there are some truths in there. I can kind of see where Hasbro's coming from. Like, I kind of feel like some of the answers aren't corporatized. I'm not trying to, like pull the corporate wool over your eyes, so to speak. Nothing like that. There are some answers, though, that are just outright corporatized answers that you get from every single, every type of corporation out there. It's like, stay tuned and find out type of thing. I do wish, though, I wish the questions, I wish they would hold Hasbro's feet to the fire. A lot of the guys who ask these questions, who get invited to this, I really wish, like I said, they would hold their feet to the fire. I wish they would do follow-up questions instead of like these one-off questions, because there's a lot of room for follow-up questions in there, especially the plastic, right? The plastic question, that had plenty of room for a follow-up question. It just kind of feels more like when they do these things, kind of feels more like, I don't know, like they're trying to appease, maybe. And I don't mean like the Transformers team. I mean like Hasbro. You can't get mad at the team because they're kind of, they're playing the game by Hasbro's rules, so to speak, right? So it's just one of those kind of take it as it comes type of situations, I guess. But it does feel a little hollow. That's what I'm looking for. It does feel a little bit hollow when they do these. Let's see. MC DJ says, absolutely every FD has a fire chief Lamborghini car. It's common. Yeah, dude, right? Absolutely. Proud being a police car as a Datsun, right? Like in America. In Japan, yeah. In America, yeah, I'm not seeing it. What's up, Rico Red Star? We doing all right? He says, I believe the canon answer to why nobody knows the Ark is because it didn't protrude until Mount St. Hilary blew up its top in 1984. Until then, it was just stuck in the side of the mountain. There you go. Absolutely. Rachel says, this is actually an issue I have seen with Transformers. They're really nice cars. Like I see a Porsche driving down NYC or New Jersey. I'm going to give it attention. Exactly, right? Why is Jazz not like a Hyundai Sonata, right? Or like a Honda Civic or something, right? Robots in disguise. And Optimus Prime ain't disguising nothing when he's got an Autobot logo, this freaking 8-foot tall, 8-foot high Autobot logo on the side of a tractor trailer. You're not hiding, Prime. You're doing a terrible job at it. Just saying. Let's see. Godbot says, Treads is a green warpath. Okay. I remember him because they did, who was it? Was it BotCon? TFCC? They did, no, I think it was eHobby. eHobby did that 4-pack, and it was a recolored warpath. There you go. Treads could be another, do a warpath again as Treads. Let's give him a different head. Done. What was it? Not Earthrise Warpath. There you go. But yeah, guys, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to talk about except for Wednesday. I will be live again to talk about Transformers news with more clickbaity titles coming on Wednesday. And again, Friday is Tales for Tell Trend Presents. We are doing the G2 rankings and toy rankings, and then the week after that, we are diving back into Headmasters, me and Oracle. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. And MC DJ says, Skids has the best disguise. Mom's soccer car, nothing to see here, move along. Actually, Skids has a pretty, I know where you're getting at, MC DJ, but I would argue because Skids is the first time that the Honda City was a turbo that year. That car got a lot of attention then for being turbocharged. So if he's cruising around Japan, he would probably get a lot of attention. If he's cruising around the US, he's probably still going to get a lot of attention because not a whole lot of people have seen that car in America. But yeah. Let's see. Rachel says, trust in terms of Optimus's trailer, the Autobot Motors TM is real. Trademark is real. Nice. But yeah, guys, I'll be live with the news on Wednesday with my reactions to the third-party panels and stuff from TFCon Chicago over the weekend. And I'll see you guys Friday for Tales from Teletron presents the G2 rankings. And if you guys want to jump ahead to that, set your reminder, do all that stuff, and check out all the channels that are going to be involved this Friday on TFT Presents. Go check them out. Do all that stuff that you do. And yeah, like I said, I'll see you guys Wednesday with another clickbaity title. And yeah, that's it. And again, like I say, I end this all the time now because of how important it is, man. Your mental health, take care of it. Take care of yourself, okay? And see you guys. See everyone on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Later, everybody.